I have before me 5 of the cheapest hammers from all the stores that sell really cheap stuff. And, but even the cheapest hammers aren't all the same. They range in price from about $5 to $20-ish, but I don't actually know because I didn't buy them. Today we have Nathan here behind the camera, and he has set up a challenge for me with a bunch of testing, and we're gonna compare the cheapest hammers so you know, if you need a budget hammer, exactly which one to buy. So Nathan, what are we doing?
Okay, first you have to line them up in the order that you think is best hammer to least best hammer. That's without knowing anything about them. Assuming that you can't tell what brand they are, even though that you probably might be able to.
So like least expensive to most expensive?
Yeah, and you can give us a couple reasons why. What makes you think the way you think?
I mean, I've seen these hammers around a lot. I've got a couple of them, and they are really cheap, which is actually really nice. The wood handles, they don't hold up as long. They don't absorb the shock as well as some of these. The handle itself is also, I don't know, a little less ergonomic and maybe a little heavier, even though they all look like they're the same weight.
Yeah, they're all 16 ounce.
Yeah, so 16 ounce hammers. So the wood handle is always gonna be on the cheap end. Beyond that, as I look at all of these, the handles are similar, but each one, the handles themselves seem to get progressively a little bit nicer. This one's probably the most plain, or both the head and the handle. And so my guess is it's probably pretty cheap to manufacture. So I'm gonna put that there. Of these two, they're pretty dang similar, but both head and handle. I'm torn on these two. They could go either way, and I'm pretty sure that's the most expensive.
Okay, now tell me what brands they are based on. These guys made it too easy to tell. I think on at least a couple of them.
On a couple of them, like this one, the red looks like, and it looks like a Craftsman. This one, I've seen labeled different brands. Oh, this looks like maybe Husky. The gray. These two, I'm not sure.
Okay. Should we start testing?
Yeah, let's start testing.
Okay, first test, we're just gonna get right into it. Nail into the board test.
How many hits with each hammer, is that it?
Well, yeah, we're gonna find out which one takes the most, which one takes the least.
Let's start on this end, because I think these are the cheap hammers. I wonder how different they're gonna be, where they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oops. That was 10. One of them was mostly a miss, though.
9.25.
9. All about 10,
Okay,
9 or 10.
Which, like you said, makes sense. All 16-ounce hammers. Let's open them up, debadge them. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
And then any of them that have any specific features, anything you noticed, handle-wise.
Okay.
Kind of talk about specs.
Anvil. That's the brand on this one. It's a little funny because the anvil is the thing you hit onto.
Right.
Okay, so this one, really basic, right? Now, I say like the wood handles, they don't hold up as long as like the fiberglass and stuff. But realistically, like for a basic use hammer, I've had several of these for years. And again, they were like $5 when I bought them. And they're still great.
Okay, anvil hammer, $6.97.
$6.97. So the $5 was pre-COVID numbers. So
right.
So
and I should also say that's the only wooden handle hammer out of the whole bunch. The rest are fiberglass.
Right.
And so I was curious how that one would do in our durability tests.
Yep.
I have a feeling that we probably know.
All right, so this one it is Husky. I'm curious if they are a slightly different metal, like the hardness and stuff. This one does have, I didn't notice this before I started. Let me pull out another nail so I can show you. But for starting your nail, it's got a little slot there you can slide your nail in, and it's got a magnet right there. So you can set that there. So you don't have to whack your hand ever. That is nice. I like that about the hammer. The head itself seems solid. The metal itself looks and seems like it's maybe a harder metal, probably a little bit better metal than that. The handle is really comfortable. It's got a little bit more shape to it here at the base. I don't know, it fits the hand well and probably makes it less likely to slide out, like with this one. If I'm swinging a lot, there's not a whole lot there, and I might be more likely to lose my grip on it.
Okay, Husky was $14.97.
That probably belongs a little further up. So this one that I thought was a Craftsman is Hyper Tough. I've seen that brand. That's a Walmart brand. This one, honestly, it's the same as this one, except with a fiberglass handle. The head itself, it looks like it's the same metal. The tops are the same. It doesn't have the cool little nail starter. The difference is the fiberglass handle. So obviously it's gonna be a little more expensive than that one, but probably, I would guess, closer to $10 or $12.
$7.18.
Okay, $7.18. Wow, that's even cheaper than I thought. I'm curious in our other testing, but I think it might be worth it to pay the extra like $1.
Literally 19 cents extra.
19 cents? Pay the extra 19 cents to get the fiberglass handle.
Yep.
Yeah, I would. Okay, cool. This one, it's bugging me because I feel like I should know this brand. Oh, it's Pittsburgh. Okay.
This is the Harbor Freight brand.
Yep. Similar. I'll notice the head, it's got a little bit less curve to it. The material on the head also looks to be about the same steel as the others. It's got a similar look to it. Like, I don't know that I'd pay more for it.
Pittsburgh is $6.99.
$6.99? Oh, good. I could pay less for it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, this one clearly looks like the best. It also has the nail starting tool, which I really like. I've never owned a hammer that had that before. I've seen it a lot, but I've never had one.
I was surprised to see that at this price range.
Yeah, on two of them. That Husky one surprised me. Who is this?
That is the Hart brand,
Hart,
Walmart.
which is a Walmart, another Walmart. So this is the brand that you see on like their battery powered like power tools and stuff at Walmart. Hyper Tough is like their really cheap tool brand. Okay. I do like the shape of the handle too. The head, it looks like it's made out of a little bit different steel that is probably a little harder. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it just not get as dinged up as fast, but it's a hammer. The shape of the handle is nice. It just feels a little bit more, I don't know, like there's a little bit more to it.
The head shape.
And then the head shape is the biggest difference. And it's got very, very little curve to it. And now I'm curious to know why. I know with like framing hammers, they typically don't, but this isn't as heavy as typical framing hammers either. So I'm curious about that.
So what I saw about that is the typical kind of curve down in the back like we normally see.
Yep.
That's like great for pulling out nails. And everyone on the internet says that's about it. Whereas with the one with a less of a curve, it's great for demolition. So it has sort of an additional, like you could wedge it in, you could use it to break up boards, pull stuff out. So you also can get the pull nails and everything, but it just has a little bit more use case.
Okay, and then, so how much was the Hart? How much that would cost?
Hart was $11.44.
So that's cheaper than the Husky.
Cheaper than the Husky. So yeah, I guess they all were like under 15 bucks. So
yeah,
$5 to $15 cheapest hammers.
I like this. I liked the Husky. I don't know that other than the little nail starting that I liked it any more than the others, that much at least. But I'm liking this.
Like you said, it's almost in framing hammer land, just a little light.
Yeah.
Just a little light.
All right.
Torture test time?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Okay, I think number one, I'd love to show, first I'd love to see you crack some of the wood with the back of this.
All right. I can't get a swing like this. That's the thing, and they're totally right, because to get ideal leverage, I would swing, so that's where I get the most force. But I have to come more like straight down like this. So that's about the best I can do, right?
Okay.
Here, I can come straight down.
There.
Yeah.
Significantly better.
That's very different. And that's about the only way I was gonna get those nails out of there. I had them sunk in there pretty good, so. Now I can just split it down the middle, and then I can pull the two sides apart. And I can get the rest of my boards back. Okay, what about pulling a nail?
Yeah,
how about
let's
that?
do it.
So pulling a nail with the straight, easy enough. With the curved one, about the same.
About the same. Look at the two nails. The first one you pulled out, is it any difference? I think it
Was that the
right
first
there.
one?
No, it was this.
Or this,
Yeah,
one
that
of these
right
two.
there. Between the straight back and the curved back, is there any difference?
The curved back, the nail's quite a bit more bent.
more.
With the straight back. Let me do it again though, just to see if that's a fluke or not. So here's another one with the straight. it pulled almost straight out. I got a little bit of bend to it. With the curve back. I think there's a little more bend to it.
Just a little bit. Not too bad, though.
Not bad. Okay.
Interesting.
And, yeah. It must just change the direction so much more with that much curve to it. Why are we still making hammers that way if we know that it's better?
Okay, next
All
up,
right.
drop test. Let's get that set up.
Okay, drop test. Wait, so you want me to just like chuck them into the air?
Yep, that's the idea.
Okay, let's see. Had good bounce to it. Definitely louder.
This isn't really a safe activity, is it?
Not particularly. So yeah, we'll do a second throw. The Hyper Tough, one of the claws is a little bit bent and it's definitely scuffed up, but surprisingly not too bad. Go again. Woo. Okay, the anvil. Just some scuffs. A little bit on the bottom of the handle, the wood's chipped now, and then on the head, it's just scuffed up as you would expect. Okay, the Husky, just some scuffs on the head. Oh, and right on the base. Looks like it like whacked pretty good there. Try again. Okay, Pittsburgh. Some scuffs on the head. On the base, the bottom of it's more plastic, less rubber. So the scuffs are a little more noticeable. Try not to hit my car. Okay, and then heart. That one looks like it got some like tar ingrained on the head of it a little bit. Again, the base is more plastic and it's a little scuffed there. All right, well, after beating the crap out of these things for a little while, I'm impressed how well every single one of them held up. What does that tell me at the end of the day? It tells me that if you need a hammer, get a hammer. I don't care if it costs you $6. Although I feel like if it's gonna cost you $6, you might as well get one of these for $6.50 that's got a fiberglass handle. Also, I just love this. I think that at this price point of, you know, like $12, $13, I think, being able to have the little nail starter is really cool. And I really do like the straight claw on the back for demolition. That is a lot better. I learned something new. So that's probably my hammer of choice in this inexpensive range, but if you need something for $6 or $7, you've got good options pretty much anywhere you go. Harbor Freight, Walmart, good to go. Thanks for joining us today here on Fixter, where we are always willing to put everything on the line to test stuff for you, like potentially my car, which I fortunately didn't hit, but it was very close. But that's what we do here. We test products, we do projects, we fix stuff, and we do everything, but we do it all ourselves. And that's what it's all about, enabling you to be able to do the same. We'll see you here next time on Fixter.